call it chemistry, a connection, or something in our genetic code. What we build is who we are. We don't stop at good enough, but we don't quit when the going gets tough. We're not afraid to get dirty, get lost, or turn a wrench. We go until there's nothing left. It's in our DNA.
Score big at Four Wheel Parts all month long. For a limited time, save big with up to 40% off Jeep JK parts and accessories. Plus savings all month long on tires, wheels, lift kits, lighting, and overland products. Take your rig from boring to built, only at 4WP.
At Baja Designs, we have lights for all on- and off-road enthusiasts. For 30 years, we have been lighting up the night. We are Baja Designs, the scientists of lighting.
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here with your next KMC Wheels Fishgistics update on the Score Baja 400 today. The third annual Baja 400, the 2022 edition. We have some more split times for you guys. The cars have made it back over to the coast. Well, the trophy trucks have. So that means a lot of you guys are out there with service, with cell phone service. So once again, we are getting massive amount of updates. My phone is just blowing up. It seems like just a few minutes ago that we left doing the last update with you guys. So let's go over to the map, and I'll give you guys some split times that we have here. So on the map, the 83 is showing as first. However, remember, Bryce Menzies' tracker is not working. It hasn't worked most of the day today. So right back down here at basically right here at this corner where the 70 is, right around here, I got some split times at mile 223 for you guys. So actually here, let's go over and pull up the score feed real quick. So the top left is Luke right there. You can see that is Luke McMillan. This is on the Score Live feed right now. So Luke McMillan coming in hot. He's running second place. He is 3 minutes physical behind Bryce Menzies right now. So you're looking at Luke McMillan there in the top. He is 3 minutes physical behind Bryce Menzies. He started 1 minute in front of Bryce Menzies. So that means Bryce actually has a 4-minute lead on Luke McMillan as of just a few miles ago. So in order for Luke to beat Bryce today, he's going to have to pass him back and put a minute on him. So he's going to have to make up 4 minutes on him between here and the finish. It's desert racing. You never know what's going to happen, but that's what it's going to take for Luke McMillan to beat Bryce Menzies today. Now, the number 23, his brother, Luke's brother, Dan McMillan, is in third place right now. He is running in third place. He was 9 minutes behind. You can see here comes Luke. So there's Luke coming by right there, going up that hill. So behind Luke is going to be the 23. So the 23, as you can see right here on the tracker, he was 9 minutes behind Bryce Menzies, and he was 6 minutes behind his brother. So in about 6 minutes, you're going to see Dan come by that same shot that we just had. Then right behind Dan is the number, it just got blurred here, the 46, the Paul Wheel entry with Toby Price driving. They came by at exactly 10 minutes behind Bryce Menzies physical, and they were only 1 minute behind the 23. So Toby Price was right behind the 23. Now, we do know that Dan McMillan is going to drive the whole day today. So Dan is going to be staying in the 23. Paul Wheel is going to be, Wheel, however you say it, I say Wheel. Paul is going to be getting in the truck. Toby told me that he's getting out at 225. So that means that right now they're at 247. That is Paul in the truck now. So Toby is out of the truck and Paul is in the truck. So definitely a driver change in that one. In the 46, they did a driver change. 23 did not do a driver change. Behind them, the 27, we have Jonathan Brenthal with Kyle Jurgensen driving. Kyle told me that as long as they're in contention, he's going to stay in the truck pretty much all day, most likely. So I'm going to say they're obviously in contention still. So I'm going to guess that Kyle Jurgensen is staying in that truck right now in the number 27. Now, Mike Walser in the number 89, that was Jack's Redline that started that truck. Mike was going to get in somewhere around here, around 220 or something. So that's going to be Mike in that truck now. So Jack's Redline is out, and that is going to be Mike Walser. They did a driver change. And yeah, these three cars right here are really close. When they came through, it was the 23, and then 1 minute behind the 23 was the 43 back there, and then or the 46. And then we have the 27 was 2 minutes in front of the 89. So the 27 was 2 minutes in front of the 89. You can see now that 27 is actually behind, probably because they pitted. Maybe it took a little longer. And then we have the 34 also, which should be coming along somewhere. There you see right there, Brock Dickerson. They were only 3 minutes behind the 89 at the last split that we got. Then behind them, we have Larry Rossler in the 43. Then we have Alan Impudia in the 10 and Rob McCachran in the 1. Down here, we have the 21L. They did a driver change. So Ricky Johnson is now out of the 21L, and that is Gustavo Vidosola Jr. now driving. We did get confirmation of that. The 16, Cameron Steele, he had a front brake line issue earlier today. They had to stop at a pit and change the brake line. So that's why Cameron's a little bit farther back. Justin Lofton, I haven't heard what issues he's had, but it looks like he's had some issues because he's a little bit farther back. Yeah, he's not pushing. He's kind of just sitting there. He fell back a little bit. So Lofton not having a perfect day. Something going on with him. It looks like he's still moving pretty good though, so that's good. The 19 and the 70. So the 70 is now stopped. They've been in a pit right there past check 1. I think they've actually been in there for a little while, so they might be working on the 70. They're in the pit, but the 70 is at 0 miles an hour. That's a very common spot for a pit. Now the Herps are actually, these cars are pitting together. These both use the Herps pits. So we have the 19 is in the pit and the 70 is in the pit. They do count on this, so they should be able to pit both those cars at the same time. The Herps usually have a pretty big crew down there, and along with the concrete crew, that's pretty massive in its own. So they're at the same pit, but it's not like they're waiting for each other, I wouldn't think. They have their own pressure pros and everything to use. They're not using the same one, I wouldn't think. They usually don't. So bummer for the 70. It looks like they're having an extra long pit there, though. Then we have the 82, and then it goes back to a bunch of others here. We have the 58. Tracy Graff is moving along. They started a little bit farther in the back, but they're still. I haven't seen them stop too much today, but they must have been if they're back here a little bit. The 21 I know was stopped for a little while. Tavo Vidosola, we didn't hear what happened to him, but it was stopped for a little bit. And let's see, somebody actually just sent me the video. Okay, so this isn't good. Let me see if we can. So the 19 is actually stopped in the pit, and they are out of the pit. So somebody just sent me this video, and the 70 is stopped there too. So the 19, there's nobody actually in the car right now. So that's not good for the 19. It looks like they might be done. There's nobody in the car. You can see, here's another picture somebody sent me. You can see they're not in the car. There's nobody in the car in the 19. So update for you guys. Thank you. Arrow just sent me that from down there. Yeah, they're not. They're looking at something underneath the 19. So not a good day for the 19 right there. But we did get confirmation. That's why they're sitting in the pit. Let's see. Somebody said 19 rolled. It doesn't look like the 19 rolled. It's got a lot of. Looks like all the body panels are still on it there. They might have, but it doesn't. No, the roof is perfect on the 19. It doesn't. I mean, that's a side shot of the 19 right there. It doesn't look too bad. If it did roll, it's definitely not very bad. Somebody else says 17 is having drive shaft issues. Okay, so there you go. Maybe the 70 is having drive shaft issues. So, all right, there's some updates for you guys. Concrete just left. 70 just left the pit. So if we go and look over here, we should see the 70 is going to start moving any second now. They just left the pit. And another live update for you guys. 70 is moving again, back on the road. There you go. Here comes the next truck on Scores feed. This is Luke McMillan's brother, Dan McMillan, who is running in third position. You can see they just came by there on the feed. He was about 6 minutes down from Luke at the last time split we got. It was Dan, so he should be coming up this little nasty hill here in a second. This hill's usually pretty soft, but these all-wheel drive make it look like nothing. And they cut away. There it is. All right, so here comes Dan McMillan. That is your third place truck right there. So third place, Dan McMillan is coming along. So that's that. At the finish, you can see they were talking to the bikes. So it was the 10X bike that was the first finisher. We saw that. The 10X is the winner unofficially, first to the finish in the bike category. So that's what happened there. Let's go look at the Spec truck class. I'm going to turn just them on because there's so many vehicles here today. Let's turn just the Spec truck class on so we can get you an update there. So the Spec truck class, one of the closest classes for racing always. We have Ryan Hancock, the 228 Alexander Ford truck with Brock Heeger behind the wheel. Brock is driving the mile 220. You can see that they're at mile 210 right now. So they got about 10 more miles to go, and then Brock's going to get out of the truck, and Ryan is going to get in with Jordan Poole. Jordan's going to stay in all day, and then Ryan's going to take it to the finish. Dustin Grabowski, very close race right here between the 228 and the 272. So Grabowski and Hancock's trucks, really look at that, both updated at the same time too. So that they're literally right on each other right now. And then right behind them, we have Pierce Herbst with Jordan Dean driving right now. He is driving to, James Dean. There's so many Deans. James Dean is driving the 264 right now to mile 200. So he probably, somewhere around here, they're going to do a pit any minute now. And then they're going to do a driver change, and Pierce is going to get in and take it to the finish. Christopher Polvardi right behind them. So good racing between these top four trucks. They're at mile 210, and these guys are at mile 208. So 4 trucks within 2 miles of each other right there. So definitely good racing. Just behind them, we got another pack. We have the 297, the 233, Justin Davis, and Mason Cullen in the F&L Racing Fuel truck. The 207, we have Jason McNeil and the Coastal truck, Elijah here. So that's a look at right there. You can see that's your top 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top 9 in Spec truck are all within about 15 miles of each other or so. This is mile just before 200, and then this is mile 210. So all within about 10 miles of each other, the first 9 Spec trucks. So definitely, Justin Davis is right here for somebody that was looking. He's currently running in 6th position physically, it looks like. I'm not sure exactly where on time he is because I don't have any splits on these guys right now. So actually another update for you guys coming in live. We have Brock Dickerson is currently stopped in the wash. Brock Dickerson currently stopped in the Collinet wash, and they are working on something on the back of the truck. It looks like water. Looks like they're pouring water in. So thanks to Jason for that update. But yeah, looks like they're pouring water in. He might have, Dickerson might have an issue there. Looks like they're adding some, yeah, they are. They're pouring water in those water bottles. So it must be overheating for the Dickerson truck. So that's what's going on there. Next truck on the Scores stream. Thanks you guys for keeping me heads up on this. Let's see. Here comes the next truck. Let's see who we got coming by. Now this should be Toby Price right here, and it is. Here we go. So there comes Toby Price, Paul Wheel in the quad lock truck, number 46. So that is your 4th place truck right now, 4th place trophy truck. and that is Paul in there. Paul is now driving that truck, so Toby is out, and Paul is in there. So that's what we're looking at there. All right, so that's Trophy Truck Spec. Let's go look at Class 1. Class 1, we have Parkhouse kind of leading everybody by a lot. Yeah, here we go. So last hour, we missed this one. He's so far ahead. You can see here's Parkhouse, and then here's Damon Jeffries. That's really the only 2 1 cars that are even running up towards the front still. Everybody else had some problems today. These are all 10 cars here. So you can see the 10 cars aren't even that far behind the leader in Class 1. We have Stan Potter currently showing as first right now. The 1079 right behind them. And then the 1006. Hang on, we got some more good stuff on the score live stream. Here comes the Walser truck. Maybe the 27, actually. This might be there should be the 27, I think. Let's see. Who do we got here? Or is it Walser, he said? All right. So Walser has got ahead of the 27, unless we missed the 27. The 89 was behind the 27 last time, but I don't see the 27 right now. So let's see where let's go look back over here for a second. Where was the 27? Where did the 27 go? Hold on, I'm trying to find it for you guys. So 27, they're still moving, so that's kind of weird. There should be the 27, I thought, be right in front of them, unless we missed them. So here's Walser. He must have maybe the 27 just got a flat or something weird. Because on the tracker, he was showing ahead of them, and they're moving. So there goes Walser. That's your next truck. Now, somewhere here should be Kyle Jurgensen coming along in the Brenthal truck. Because look, here's the 46 and the 89. Now the 27 is showing a little bit behind them now on the tracker, so they should be next. Next is going to be 27 in his dust. Yep, so that's that. All right, so that's a pretty good look at a lot of these leaders right now. Anybody else? Let's see, who else you guys? Luke McMillan. Well, Luke McMillan is right up here. He's in second place right now. And here we go on the stream. Here comes the 27. There we go. There's the Brenthal truck. So the Brenthal 27 is coming along. You can see that's race mile 260 right there. So the 27 coming along, Kyle Jurgensen driving. Behind them, it's going to be the well, it would have been Dickerson, but we saw he was just pulled over putting water in his truck. So that means that Rob McCackert is probably going to be the next one coming along behind these guys right here. Where's Tavo and Andy? Tavo had some problems earlier, and he's still moving. And Andy started so far back that he's just a ways behind these guys. He's been sitting in traffic all day. So here's the 27. You can see there comes the 27 as their feed kind of cut out a little bit there. That's 27. Now there's a gap. You can see the big gap. Look at the tracker. We're not going to see another car for a while. So it's probably a good time. We'll sign off and we'll come back at the next hour update for you guys. Let's check on the Class 11s real quick. We always got to check on them. Where is Class 11? Where are they? I don't even see them. Class 11. There they are. They're in the middle. I wish they would sort this list by number. It should be like, Class 1, 2, 3, like that. But it's all just jumbled. So Class 11, we got to go back a little ways. All right, look at this. They're all still moving, it looks like right now. They are all on the highway section, or almost. So we got the 1145 out front. We have the 1100, Alex Gonzalez in second. Then we have the 1111, Eric Slorenzo in third. And then we have the 1156, Arthur in fourth. Look at that. That's good racing for Class 11. They're all within, 10 miles? 124 and 131. Less than 10 miles. They're all within about 6 miles of each other right now. So pretty cool to see Class 11 racing this close together, about a quarter of the way through the race. So they got a long way to go. Definitely. Where is the 46 running? The 46 is running in fourth. It is currently fourth. So it's the 7, the 83, the 23, and then the 46. That is the physical running order right now. And then behind them is the 89, as we just saw, and then the 27 behind them. And that is the only ones that we have seen so far that have come through on the feed there. All right. So, yep, that's how about. Yeah, Phil, the 41 is back here a little ways. He's right here in this group with Cameron. We got the 21L, the 16, and the 41, and Rob Mack. They're all kind of in this middle of the lead pack group. Not up front. They're not in the back. They're kind of in the middle right now. This is the middle pack group right here, looking at these cars. It's like the 8th through the 12th position or so right there. That's what's that. What happened to the 168? The 168 had a blown engine earlier. The Cody Reed Illumicraft all-wheel drive Class 1 car. they had a blown engine. So blown engine very early in the race for the 168, and they've been out. Also, the 153, the Brad Wilson entry, they had a torque converter issue or a converter pump issue. They are out of the race also. So the 153 is out. The 138 Kyle Quinn entry Wilson car had steering issues earlier. So not a very good day for the Class 1s so far. Besides Parkhouse, they're kind of out front. Them and Damon Jeffries are the only two that are having a really clean run so far that we've seen in Class 1. So that's that. All right. We'll be back. We'll be back at 4 o'clock with your next update here on Fishgistics. Until then, I would suggest going over to the Score live feed, which is this right here. They're doing some bike and quad interviews at the finish. That is one of the Davis Truggy that's there up at Mike's. And then in front of them is the Serapis truck, which we found out it was a broken steering rack is what happened on the Serapis truck. You can see there in the top corner. Broke the steering rack, sheared it right off on the end. One of the ends of it broke off. So they have another rack. They're going to try to get it to them and see if they can get it changed to at least get a finish, since this race is your starting spot for the 400 or for the 1,000. I don't know what's going on with the Truggy. Obviously, it looks like they're looking at towards the middle of the rear end. It's offset rear end, so they're not looking at the diff. They're looking at something up above it, maybe the bottom of I don't know, the fuel cell or whatever's up front there. So that's a look at that. Head over to Score's channel, watch that live feed, and then come back here at 4 o'clock on Fishgistics, and we'll see you guys then with your next update. Big thanks to KMC Wheels, F&L Race Fuel, 4-Wheel Parts, BFG Tires, Alexander Ford, Vi-Metal Trailers, Jeff Alford, Ultra, Polaris, Razor, King Shocks, Unlimited RV, and Baja Designs. Thanks to all of our sponsors to make this happen. We'll see you guys in just about 40 minutes with your next update here on Fishgistics. See you guys soon.
Your locally owned Bill Alexander Ford has the vehicles you want. F-Series, Bronco, Expedition, Edge, Explorer, Escape, and Ranger. And try our mobile service for light maintenance. We will come to you. For a difference you can count on, visit us in person or go to BillAlexanderFord.com.